We all usually have this moment most of the time, I'm telling you, especially as a new Scrum Master, having this imposter syndrome, always questioning your impact, always questioning. And the way Scrum Master job is designed, even Agile coaching job, where most of the time you really don't have a lot to do, like on the task. Most of the time you're really doing brain work. And this what people call little things here and there. And then at the end of the day, you end up feeling like I'm not doing enough. Yet they're paying me all this huge money. Oh my God. These people may figure out that I'm really not doing enough and they can fire me. You start having all these weird feelings talking to yourself in your head, and then in the night you are not able to sleep. I'll tell you, most of the people we have in our level 3, 95%, that's what they go through. That's the reason why they typically connect in our level 3 program you know. So yeah, that's what Benjamina is trying to address, sharing her experience. So with that said, Benjamina has something to share with the team regarding her lessons learned on the ground as an experienced agile practitioner. I put that experience on the side with pride because she is an experienced agile practitioner, having been on the ground for over a year now, and she has had many, many, many recognitions already. So I'm super proud. And I would just like Benjamina to go ahead and share with us what she has. And then we'll take it in that order, also looking at our time. All right, Benjamina, you now have the mic.
Please pardon me that I cannot come on camera because I'm trying to minimize internet connection
I understand.
where I am.
I know you're in Africa. So yes, go ahead, please.
And thank you, Coach, for organizing that candlelight session. All right. So, okay. All right. So I just thought to share what I shared on the group because that used to be my experience when I joined my first company. April is still to make me a year. So I haven't reached a year on the job, but April is still to make me a year. And so just reading what I wrote, is that, that sense of I'm not doing enough or I'm not doing anything, but I'm being paid this huge amount of money. Would they think I'm not doing anything? Will I get fired? And all these things. So that was when I joined, my next company. First of all, after reading Coach's book, thank you, Coach, for that beautiful piece. There's some things I decided to do. Of course, doing my observation, having that observation phase was, part of it. Observe everything, take down notes, and everything. The next thing that I did was I had a meeting with leadership because I wanted to discuss with them my experience. First of all, give them an expectation of me in their minds. Yet, yes, I know that, they hired me, they interviewed many other candidates. They must have forgotten what they interviewed about me. So now I want to set the stage. I want to set the stage about an expectation of me. So I did that, having that meeting with them. I did that, told them what I've accomplished in the past. Then I asked them, I said, I want us to talk about some of your pain points. I know that you hired a Scrum Master for a reason. What are some of the pain points? I want us to discuss what I can be able to do for you in the next 3 months. I know what I want to accomplish for this company, but I want to hear from you what you would need me, to accomplish within the next 3 months. So I did that. They said a lot of things. And then I said, okay, let us prioritize. And we're able to prioritize. Most on their list was, how to, and you'll be amazed, it was how to effectively facilitate the Scrum meetings. They did not have someone who could take charge of these meetings and get productivity out of these meetings. So I went somewhere, created still on their platform, I created a Jira board. I called it Road to Agile Jira board, and I actually had all that outlined. And then what I did was every week I gave myself a target of what I wanted to accomplish every week, because I realized that when I did not do that, a whole month or sprint can pass and it seems like I've not done anything. Why? Because I'm unable to track, my productivity. And when I don't plan my personal productivity, which is different from the team, I was unable to attain it. So I decided that, computers have e-sticky notes. So I have my e-sticky notes on Sunday night. Of course, within the week, as I identify things that I want to do, I put it on that sticky note. Sunday night before the next week, I organized, this is what I'm going to do for this week, so that I can sit back and track what I have done. Those were the things that stood out to me. Those are the things I was able to do. Another thing too is that it can be, sometimes you can feel overwhelmed of, oh, I don't know what to do, I'm not doing that. The things that are there for you to learn, you overlook, like the product. Most companies have material about the product on their Confluence page. And sometimes, it can be, okay, where do I start from? It looks so cumbersome. It's so frustrating. Where do I start from? Now, what I corrected in my new company was, in my one-on-ones, I identified at least one person that was seemingly interested in my success. And I decided to connect with that person and ask questions, of course, in a wise way. I was able, so that I have someone that I can go to ask questions, of course, like I said, in a way that will not give a lot of things out, but also being able to learn from someone in that company who is interested in my, in my well-being. So I'm trying also to summarize a lot of things, but these are some of the things that I did to correct that imposter syndrome. First of all, I told myself, hey, I remember one time coach said something, I'll never forget this. I don't know if it was in the PI planning or was something, and one of the achievements someone said was velocity. And I was like, so some people, that's an achievement. So I was like, then that means that what I've gotten from being agile is much more than. And to my amazement, somebody came and asked me, Benjamina, I see the way you facilitate the daily scrum. Please, can you teach me? And in my mind, I'm like, what do you want me to teach you about facilitating the daily scrum? Like, what do you want me? How do you? But in some of those, how can I put it? Remember some of those meeting times where we would have the sprint review, when we'll talk about, we'll divide among ourselves, I don't know, yes, during the Jira group, and we'll come and present all those things. But things that gave me boldness to say, okay, I can take charge of these things. But just to highlight, I don't want to be all over the place, but just to highlight, first things first, to put it in order. When I joined, I was like, okay, I'm coming with boldness. I'm not going to sell myself. I know these things. I am who I say I am. I am what is on my resume, and I can defend it no matter what. And then second thing is, I sold myself to leadership, had a meeting with them and sold myself to leadership and asked them their pain points and what we call in my company low-hanging fruits, those things that we can take care of right away, that can help them build trust in me, those little things. And then, of course, having to plan every week what I want to accomplish, even if it is going to their Confluence page and learning some of the material from there, was something that I felt was a big accomplishment. Why? Because another thing too I discovered about the Scrum Master too is the ability to talk. Because if you just sit quiet as though you are a dummy, but when you're talking with them, especially doing the daily Scrum, and you're able to catch some of them and use some of these terms, of course, not to be technical, but use some of these terms as though you understand what's going on, and being able to catch where there are slight differences here only come from you understanding their products. And I think, I hope I've not left anything out, Coach, but those are some of the things that and feedback is the last. I will come, I'll ask for feedback regularly, and with that, it really boosted my confidence. And I remember this day, I think I posted it on my status, Benjamin, I would just want the way you have been able to handle and facilitate these meetings like no one has been able to, just having this feedback here and there, it was really amazing. And I just thought to share, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you so much. As you were speaking, I actually was having goosebumps. really. It's really not about what you were saying. It's also about how you were saying it. Remember, I always say they will not remember you for what you said, but for how you made them feel. So I can only imagine how you were scattering their head with your with
That's
your
good.
way, your manner, the way you articulate things. Even off camera, I could still feel what you were saying. If it was just you and I on this call, I would say, keep going, don't summarize. I want to hear every detail. But again, I'm not the only one on this call. So thank you so much, Benjamina, for sharing that. And I also want to ask that every time you all get feedback from your organization or from people, please share with me. I'm never bored with things like that. Never ever. Don't ever think, oh, I will reach out to Karen and it's like I'm disturbing. No, you're not disturbing me. Please reach out, send them to me. Because I always like to share these things. You can never imagine how far these things can go to inspire other people, to make them just see, oh, if this person can do it, then yeah, I can do it too. I believe that's why most of you even connected to being agile. Just seeing one small black girl on internet doing my thing, you're like, okay, if the small rats, as what people think about me, can do this, then why not me? I actually think looking at her, I'm better than her. If she can do it, why not me? That's how most people connected to being agile, and now they are where they are. So you can never over underestimate how the influence you can make with the little things you can share here and there. That said, if anyone has a question for Benjamina based on that particular topic, so she's sharing that to address, especially for those who just connected. We all usually have this moment, most of the time, I'm telling you, especially as a new Scrum Master, having this imposter syndrome, always questioning your impact, always questioning, and the way Scrum Master job is designed, even Agile coaching job, where most of the time you really don't have a lot to do, like on the task. Most of the time you're really doing brain work, and this what people call little things here and there, and then at the end of the day you end up feeling like I'm not doing enough, yet they're paying me all this huge money. Oh my god, these people may figure out that I'm really not doing enough and they can fire me. You start having all these weird feelings, talking to yourself in your head, and then in the night you are not able to sleep. I'll tell you, most of the people we have in our level 3, 95%, that's what they go through. That's the reason why they typically connect in our level 3 program, you know. So yeah, that's what Benjamina is trying to address, sharing her experience. So with that said,